Hello to my beautiful friends out there. This is Astro Shero bringing you your monthly astrology readings for the 12 signs. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And I also want you to know that September is a big month when it comes to the planets and their actions. So we'll get into it sign by sign, but I just want to let you know that make sure that you take a look at what's happening. It starts with your rising sign, if you know that, okay? And your sun sign will give you information about your career, and your moon sign will give you information about your emotional state of being, okay? So start with your rising sign, move to your sun sign, then to your moon sign, okay? So let's get started. Hello, Aries rising. This is your monthly horoscope for September 2024. So right out the gate, we have several things happening. September 1, we have Uranus turning retrograde. And these are slow moving planets, and they usually stay around for about 6 months, and depending on the degree is where you'll be affected, and the house as well. So Aries rising, we have Uranus turning retrograde in your second house, okay? So this has to do with your money, your values. So you may want to slow down and take a look at how you're spending, because when Uranus comes around, you know, he strikes like lightning. And a lot of times, well, all the time, it's for the better, you know? So if you can get a handle on your spending, or how you're managing your finances, then you'll be okay. Okay, and then on the first, we also have Pluto at 29 degrees, okay? This is a critical time for all of us, with Pluto moving back into, retrograding back into Capricorn. And this is a time for us to look at, for you, Aries, this is in your 10th house. So this has something to do with career. You may be changing careers. You may have a boss that you may have a power struggle with, because Pluto is all about power, okay, and control and desire. But anyways, this is happening in your 10th house. And with that, whatever the struggle is in your 10th house of career and your public life, this shakeup is going to complete it, you know, because we're at the 29th degree, and Pluto will stay in Capricorn until November 19th. So after November 19th, we won't have to revisit any of this problem solving issue again, because we'll never see Pluto in Capricorn in our lifetime at that point. Okay, so we will be in changing. And it'll move back into Aquarius at that time, and it'll stay there for 20 years. So we are changing, you're changing. How you see yourself in your career space is also being changed. Okay, so this is all about endings. Ending things that have been creating problems, so to speak, since 2008, I believe. Okay, so it's about, you know, repeating things over and over again with Pluto and Capricorn. So now you're getting down to the, I'm going to say the nitty gritty of it all, Aries. And with that 29th degree of completion, it's done. Okay, so you just have to get through it. Now on the second, we have the new moon in Virgo, and that's in your 6th house of health, okay, well-being, work, routines, illnesses. All right, so this is very favorable for you because Virgo is at home in this house, okay? So just take care of any minor issues that come about with your health and your work routines, because again, we have Pluto in your 10th house, so it's going to be affecting your workplace as well. So, you know, just kind of beware and take it easy, because we have these two big planets slow moving. Well, Pluto is small, but it's powerful. Uranus, yes, it's big. You know, so we have several things operating at the same time. So a lot of times things happen so quickly we don't know, you know, what just happened. So just be mindful. And we have the partial lunar eclipse happening on the 17th in Pisces. Okay, and that's going to affect your 12th house of retreat. Okay, so Aries, with this, you know, this is about unconscious thoughts, retreats, and things that have happened maybe in past lives. But you know, this is karmic. However, in this house, Aries, this is a place where you can go and really try to end whatever that karma is that's sitting in your 12th house that has you dreaming. This is about your dreams as well, about things that have been out of your control. And we have, with this new moon, it's all about, this full moon, excuse me, it's about endings as well. So whatever the issue that you've had to endure over time in this 12th house is going to be ending with this lunar eclipse, okay? Because full moons are about letting go. So it's time to let go of those things that no longer serve you, okay? Now let's see what else we have going on. We have the sun entering Libra. The sun enters Libra on the 22nd. Okay, and that's in your house of relationship. So that's perfect. You know, Libra rules relationships and partnerships. So this is a good time for you to, you know, communicate with those people that you surround yourself with in your relationships, and, you know, create some balance and humble yourself, okay? Because this is a good time to communicate, you know, whatever it is that you've been holding on to. With Libra in your 7th house right now, you know, everything's open, communication flows, okay? And we have Venus entering Scorpio in your 8th house. And this is in about shared finances, taxes, house of death, okay? And with Venus in this house, Venus is looking for the beauty of it all, you know, enjoying the company of the other person, because this is the house of other people's money as well. So it could be connected to a relationship that you're in now. And Venus is really objectifying is the word that's showing up for me, the other person in this 8th house that you're committed to. It can also, you know, represent, you know, your family members, your parents as well. So we have, let's see, Mercury is already out of its shadow, and it is moved into into your 7th house of relationships. So this is good because the communication flows well, okay, with Mercury in the 7th house, with Libra there, being the communicator in relationships anyway, all right? So Aries rising, let's see if I left out anything before we move on. Oh, okay, September the 4th, Mars enters Cancer in your 4th house of family, home, children. So, you know, try not to be too pushy, because this is what Mars is about. Mars doesn't think before he acts. Mars acts, and that is your ruler, Aries. So be more mindful, be careful of how you present yourself in your home life, around your family, okay? Because this could be some destructive behavior. And, excuse me, I don't know what that is. And when we talked about your 12th house, some of the things that you're going through is trying to work out how to be, you know, not so overpowering. That's part of what you're working on. Okay, Aries, this is your horoscope for September 2024. And I am your friendly astrologer, Sharon. And until next time, bye for now. Hello, Taurus rising. Welcome to my channel. This is a magnificent flow. However, I'm planning to move this horoscope into a new channel called Astro Cheryl. But for now, I'm going to just include it here until I can get through the process. Okay, and this is your monthly horoscope for September 2024. And we have some big bang boom happening this month with these slower moving planets. We have this lunar full moon eclipse happening, and the North Node is also connected with this lunar moon, which is bringing something new to us. Okay, so let's get started. We have on the 1st, we have Uranus is turning retrograde in Taurus. Okay, and this is in your first house. So Uranus is telling you to, evaluate how you think and feel about yourself, okay? Because it's time for you to be that authentic person that you are or you can be. So Uranus usually stays around for about 6 months. It's slow moving, but this is something that is being impressed upon you, Taurus rising. Now, if you want to know more about what's going on in your chart, you check your rising sign first, because it's going to give that total influence. And your sun is going to talk more to your career and your public life. And your moon is going to talk about your emotional self, okay? All right, so now that we've talked about Uranus, we also have Pluto turning retrograde back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. This is the degree, the last degree. This is the last time we'll see Pluto in Capricorn again in our lifetime. So it will stay in Capricorn until November the 19th, and from there it'll move back into Aquarius and stay there for 20 years. Now with Pluto moving back to the 29th degree of Capricorn, okay, and this is in your 9th house of your spirituality, your higher learning, philosophy, foreign connections, okay? So there is something about how you think or perceive your religion, your faith, and what you have to offer to society. Okay, so here this is being questioned, and it might be a bit uncomfortable, Taurus risings, because when Pluto comes through, it wants to, you know how the phoenix rises from the ashes. It tears things down so that it could rebuild them up. So that's like the death card in the tarot. But what is happening here is that it pushes us out of our comfort zone, because we're having to change directions, because Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius. And with this 29th degree, as we move through this, and in that 2-month period, we'll be gifted with something about ourselves that's better, okay? Because this is what Pluto is doing, is giving us something better than what we know now. And with that happening, it's not so, it's not so bad when you think about it like that, but there is work that is being done or have to be done, because in the sign of Capricorn, that's what Capricorn is about, doing the hard work, ruled by Saturn, right? So there we have it, is doing the work to make the change that you need to make for your higher good is what's required. Okay, and then we have on the 2nd, we have a new moon in Virgo, and this is happening in your 5th house. Okay, so, the new moon is all about setting intentions to bring in new, and the 5th house is about the children. It's about your creativity, your fun space, romance, fertility, and, sex, that type of stuff. That's the fun house. So with the new moon here, Taurus rising, okay, here is opportunity for you to, create some goals for yourself. You may want to have children, some may. You may have a creative project, in the works that you want to see through. And this is great because whatever it is that you've been putting on the back burner, you can push forward now with this new moon energy. Okay? Then we have on the 4th, we have Mars moving into Cancer in your 3rd house of communication, self-expression, siblings, and childhood friends, neighbors. So this is like some past energy, but this house is, where you started off as a child. So with Cancer being that nurturer, nurturing energy, and with Mars is very protective. So those people in your 3rd house segment, which is your siblings, your childhood friends, your neighbors, may make you feel uncomfortable because you are sensitive, and you may come in striking back because you have this Mars energy happening here in the sign of Cancer. So you'll be very protective of yourself, okay? And from those things that may have, caused you problems as you were growing up, because, siblings, they can be kind of mean, and sometimes we walk through life with that, with those feelings that hasn't been processed. So you might shake up some things here in this area of your life so that you can start to recognize what you've been holding on to, and you can start to let it go. Okay, so let's see what we have. September 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 5th house. Well, see, that should be some fun because you have the new moon and you also have Mercury moving in there, and it's free of retrograde. It's moving direct, and communication. is what's happening for you in your fifth house with this fun point of view. So you have lots of contact this month with Mercury entering Virgo in your fifth house. Then on the 17th, we have this full moon and this lunar eclipse happening in your 11th house of friends, groups, community, okay, social connections and luck. All right, so we have the North Node around this full moon, and the North Node is also about something new. So maybe you'll be making new friends, okay? Maybe you'll be getting involved in, with some new social groups or move to a new community. But with this lunar eclipse, it is this full moon, of course, is about letting go of things that no longer serves us. And in the sign of Pisces, it is really trying to create some boundaries for us, this full moon is. But the connection here is that, with this 11th house, something new is happening, coming forward in the form of friends, groups, something new. And then there's luck as well, okay, in the 11th house. So be on the lookout, okay, Taurus rising, because anything can happen, especially with this new moon and this lunar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse is going to be around for, I think, 3 months. The energy of it is going to be affecting us for, around that time. So the sun enters Libra on the 22nd in your 6th house of health, well-being, and work routines. Okay, we talked about that. Well, we haven't talked about it, but, illness, pets, and colleagues are involved with the sun in Libra here. Okay, so we have the sun shining in the 6th house. So just take care of your health. Make sure that you are, at your optimum, because sometimes, work can be overwhelming. And with that being said, you can easily overdo it. So just take care and be, conscientious, Taurus rising. Okay, Venus moves into Scorpio in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, marriage, legal matters, open enemies, okay? And a lot of times, that could be an ended relationship when we talk about open enemies, divorce and things like that. But Venus is in Scorpio. And this could be, a real seductive type of Venus energy in this water sign. And it can also carry some hidden things, because secretive stuff, because Scorpio is secretive, and it does things a little under the table, so there could be some flirting going on, but, if you're single, enjoy it. And then we have the 26th, we have Mercury entering Libra in the sixth house as well. So with Mercury, there's definitely some communication going on with someone. You know, it could be, you know, your partner, it could be somebody new. So just keep that in mind, Taurus rising, that everything is on the up and up, you know. So just make sure that you, Mercury enters Libra in your sixth house. I did say that. Okay, so just make sure that Mercury rules Virgo. So it's good in the sixth house as well. So Mercury is, you know, is a pick-me-up to help you stay focused on, you know, what you need to be doing in this sixth house area. So just take care, Taurus rising. And until next time, bye for now. Hello to my beautiful Gemini risings. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. Now, I'm just starting out doing the horoscopes because I am an astrologer. But I'm using my Magnificent Flow channel just to start this up. I plan to move over to Astro Cheryl at some point on YouTube, but because I'm just starting, excuse me, I'm just, you know, I want to just kind of keep things going because it's all about a process, right? Okay, so I think it was something else that I wanted to say to you, but it may have just passed. The thought has gone. Okay, so anyway, Gemini rising, thank you so much for being here, and I really, really appreciate you from the bottom to the top of my heart. Okay, now we have big things happening in September. We have retrogrades. It's just retrograde season, okay? And the start of eclipse season. I'm only going to talk about a couple of the retrogrades, but we do have Neptune retrograding, Saturn retrograding, but we're going to talk about Uranus and Pluto retrogrades, okay? So on the 1st, Uranus turns retrograde in Taurus in your 12th house of retreat, escape, letting go, and institutions. Okay, now with Uranus in your 12th house, you may be having vivid dreams and your mind may be racing, doing overdrive, Gemini rising. So you may want to, you know, find a way to relax. The retreat is is what I mentioned, but it's a good time to be, you know, to relax because you're overthinking things with this in your 12th house, with Uranus in your 12th house, and this will be in your 12th house for a couple of months. So just beware. It's also an escapism type of energy where you might turn to drugs or alcohol or something of that nature around this time. But just be weary or beware that this too shall pass. It just takes some time, and you have to be mindful of how you want to come through this. You know, you want to have your mind intact because Gemini is this beautiful dual mind that always bubbly. You don't want to be going to a depression. That's where I'm trying to head. So, all right. The next thing on the first is going to be Pluto turning retrograde at the 29th degree. So this will be the last time that Pluto will enter Capricorn. We'll never have this Pluto in Capricorn experience again after November 19th, because Pluto will sit in Capricorn in your 8th house until November 19th. Then it'll move into Aquarius again and stay in Aquarius until for 20 years. So there's definitely some changes happening here. Pluto at the 29th degree is ending, so something new is being created for all of us. But in your case, Gemini rising, it's in your 8th house of other people's affairs, other people's money, taxes, banking, government. You know, there could be a breakthrough in whatever, you know, could be some kind of money issue that being pushed and pulled about, or, you know, could be around someone else's money that you were involved in. And with it at the 29th degree, you know, maybe that'll get resolved and you'll have that money coming to you. You know, that's a possibility. But it can also you know, could also mean the death of someone, because the 8th house is the house of death. But I'm not claiming that, you know, someone may pass away during this retrograde. But it could just be old ways of thinking about how you handle other people's money, or how you experience that. Okay? So just be mindful that Pluto is going to, in Capricorn, you know, it's about the old structures, government issues. But as it, after November, we're moving into a whole different paradigm. So those structures in your life is going to fall apart in your 8th house. That's Gemini rising. Okay? So something new is occurring, and it's like a gift. So whatever that is, and it looks like it has to do with other people's money, someone else's money that you have been in care of, but it's been taken away, may come back to you. Okay? So then we have a new moon on the 2nd in the sign of Virgo. And this is in your 4th house of family, of roommates, and, you know, how you live your domestic life, you know, how you do your day-to-day, and your childhood, past, and family history. Okay, so with this new moon, you are looking at clearing, you know, the past. You are, with it in Virgo, you are looking at clarity. You are also thinking things through, being more methodical about how you see your family life, you know, your history. You're making it okay for it to be what it is, you know, because it wasn't the may not have been the perfect family. And with Virgo, you are looking for that perfection, but it's no perfect family, okay? Nobody's perfect. So you have to come to terms with that with this new moon, okay? Just clarify, see things for what they are, and try not to analyze the how, why, the whys and hows. You know, don't analyze it, just let it go, because Virgo have a tendency to do that and to analyze things, okay, and put things, compartmentalize, and you don't want to do that, okay? So just pay attention to this new moon, set your intentions for what it is that you want to create in your home life. You don't want to compartmentalize things, but you do want clarity. You want to be able to see what it is that you're setting yourself up for in your fourth house. And it doesn't have to be like your family's. You don't have to inherit that type of life, okay? That type of lifestyle. All right, so September 4th, we have Mars moving into Cancer, and this is in your second house of money, self-worth, values, and possessions. Okay, so Cancer wants to rush through things in this second house. You know, you have to be careful with your money, Gemini risings right now, because Mars is very impulsive, and Cancer is easy to persuade, okay? So I see that, you know, Mars and Cancer, Mars can be pretty protective around, you know, money and values and possessions, okay? So that energy is coming in to, you know, help you stay focused when it comes to money matters, because you may be, you know, impulsive around this time. So just take care to manage your money and the things that you value with caution, okay? Just make sure that you are thinking things through, because with Cancer, sometimes we, you know, don't listen. Cancer is a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs want to, you know, be the boss, and sometimes they can't hear the truth. But in any case, Gemini rising, you get it, okay? Here it is right here. So be careful with your finances, okay? Now on the 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 4th house. Right, okay? And this is your house of family, okay? Home. What feels like home to you? In your childhood, your past, you know, memories. So here is Virgo again, being able to communicate your thoughts and your opinions around how you experienced your home life. You know, you may, you know, one of the parents could have been missing out of, you know, in your growing up time. And that could be a part of your childhood past. And, but, you know, with Virgo clarifying things here, things get clear, you know, about how you feel. And you get to communicate that to, you know, a parent if you need to. Or if you have children, you can communicate that to your children, because they don't have to live that way that you've lived. And, you know, that's, I've said that before. So just know that, you know, nobody's perfect. And this is where Virgo shows up with that perfection energy. And nobody is perfect. Okay? So we have on the 17th, we have this full moon in Pisces with the North Node. And we also have a lunar eclipse. It's a partial eclipse, but it starts the season of eclipses. And this is going to be in your 10th house. So something is ending in some way in this with this full moon around your career space. Could be a boss leaving, or you may not want to work at this place anymore. But there's definitely something changing. And with the full moon, we're releasing, right? And with the North Node being there, the North Node is also about something new, okay? Going in a new direction that is going to be for your better and highest good, okay? So this is may be happening for you in your 10th house of career and work in your public life. So there is changes happening here with this full moon and this lunar eclipse, which is always guiding us to create something better. All right, so we have that on the 17th, and that eclipse usually hangs around for about 6 months. So you have 6 months to experience some of what is happening. Now just remember that this is just a general reading. If you needed a personal reading, I would need more information about you in order to make this more personal. But right now it's just general. And you know, you're looking at your rising sign right now. Your sun sign is going to tell more about what's going on in your 10th house. And your moon is going to tell more about your emotional connection. Your emotional connection, okay? All right. So we have the sun entering Libra on the 22nd in your 5th house, which is the house of fun. And I think we did, maybe not. Okay, so this is the house of fun, creativity, playfulness, risk-taking, sex, and fertility. Now, with Libra entering the 5th house, Libra wants a relationship, okay? So there could be someone new coming into your life that is, you know, have that playful spirit and maybe fun. So be on the lookout. Venus also moves into Scorpio in your 6th house on that same day. And this is your house of health. Okay, in Scorpio. So Venus is about love, you know, happiness, and she's not really, you know, into the routines, and she overdoes it. So you have to be conscientious of your health, because with Libra, she likes food, you know, the sweets and all of that. So take care of your health and your well-being as well. Okay? So then at the end of the month on the 26th, Mercury moves into your 5th house in Libra. Okay? Yeah, Mercury moves into Libra in your 5th house. Okay, now that's a lot of chatter going on. There's a lot of conversation happening in your 5th house, because that's, you know, playfulness. And we have the sun in Libra moving there. So there's lots of communication, collaboration, and there could be some, you know, some sexual healing going on. So Gemini rising, enjoy the month and be careful with your mental state, okay? And until next time, bye for now. Hello, my beautiful Cancer rising friends out there. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. I am your friendly astrologer, Sharon, with Astro Cheryl. Okay, I'm using my A Magnificent Flow channel because I haven't set up the second channel yet, because, you know, things take time, and this is a process for me, and I'm just starting to do the 12 signs of the horoscope for you, and I hope that this can help with whatever you have going on, gives you some insight to what might be happening. But of course, if you need more info, you're welcome to contact me, and I will definitely try to help where I can. Okay, so Cancer rising, we have several new things going on in September. We have Uranus turning retrograde on the 1st. We have Pluto turning retrograde on the 1st. We have a new moon on the 2nd. And we have a full moon with the lunar eclipse on the 17th. Okay? So there's a lot that is going to be affecting us. The slower moving planets, you know, it's going to take 6 months, you know, before they turn back direct. So over a 6-month period, we may be experiencing some things. And we may not. It just depends on, you know, the degrees that's in your chart where these planets retrograding through are, okay? So let's get started. We have Uranus turns retrograde in the sign of Taurus, and that's in your 11th house of friends, okay? Groups, community, social connections, and luck. So this is a time, Cancer, for you to Pay more attention to your friendships, especially those people who've been there for you and who are still there. And make sure that you're there in their time of need, okay? So it's like giving back, because with some of us, things do happen, especially with Uranus turning retrograde. Something could affect some of your friends because Uranus strikes like lightning, quick, fast energy. And then after that, that's the calming down period, so they may need help during that time. Just saying, this may not happen for you, but take what resonates and let the rest go. Okay? All right, Cancer rising. We also have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn. Now this is big, okay? Because Pluto is about power, okay? And desire and control. Because with power, there is control, okay? So it's moving back into Capricorn at the 29th degree, which is the critical degree. It's the last degree. So whatever it is that we have been working towards with Pluto in Capricorn in the past is ending. And we're closing that out. And Pluto will stay in Capricorn until November the 19th. Then it moves back into Aquarius, and it will stay in Aquarius for 20 years. And this is a whole new shift in paradigm, because Capricorn is about the government structures, that heavy energy, politics, control, all of that, because it's ruled by Saturn. But we're not going to get into Saturn stuff right now. We're just going to focus on Pluto and Capricorn. All right, so the structures are going to start changing after we move back into Aquarius permanently. And Aquarius is associated with Uranus as well. So when things move in Aquarius, technology is going to have some real breakthroughs, and they're going to, happen like lightning. It's going to happen really quickly. So we have lots of things to look forward to. But this is in your house of one-on-one relationships, in the 7th house. That's where we have Pluto retrograding. So whatever it is that you've been working on, Pluto is all about breaking down systems, okay? Just like the government systems that we have in place, corporations. Pluto is about breaking those things down, and then it's like that, the death card in tarot, rising from the ashes to become, something even better. So that's what's happening, is that once we get through whatever it is that we're working on, in this case, Cancer rising, you're working on your relationships, one-on-one, could be business partnership, marriage, legal matters. It could be any of those things that you're working on. But as you work through that, something better is going to be the outcome. The outcome is going to be something better. So maybe, if you're working on a relationship, maybe your relationship will turn out on a higher level, okay? Or maybe, you have to give it up and move on to something else, which again could be something better, okay? So just know that, retrograde Pluto is in your 7th house, all right? And divorce could even be possible. Just saying. All right, so September 2 The new moon is the new moon in Virgo is in your third house, and that's your house of communication, your self-expression, siblings, and your core learning, short trips. So we have a new moon here, and it's in Virgo. And of course, in Virgo, Virgo wants clarity, okay? Virgo is in this house wants to organize things. So whatever your self-expression is, you want to have that be clear and understood by, you know, your siblings, your friends, and your neighbors in that area. So whoever it is you come in contact with in this third house, this is where you are being smart about things. You know, you are looking at yourself and how you come off to other people, and you are doing some correcting. I'm just saying course correction. You're correcting yourself because you're looking at being, you know, a better communicator. And in Virgo, you can be that. I mean, you can be more organized as well. And just know that Virgo puts things in boxes, you know, and that might work for you, Cancer, you know, because you're a water sign, and, you know, sometimes those boundaries become, you know, muddy or muggy. So this could be a helpful tool for you in your third house communication with your family and friends. Okay? So we have September 4th, we have Mars entering your sign, Cancer, in your first house, okay, of self, personality, appearance, and dominant traits. Okay, Mars is a dominant trait, right? So, you know, you may come off as someone who doesn't have time to you don't have time to look at yourself, or it's time for you to do that. You know, take the time out to care about your appearance. Take the time to care about how you are seen by others, and take the time to, you know, soften your personality, because with Mars in Cancer, it can come off very strong, especially in your first house. Okay, your appearance may be, you know, having that strong stance, you know, intimidating. So you might want to soften up a little bit in your first house now. Okay. All right. So on the 8th, we have Virgo in your third house. We have Mercury moving into Virgo, which is perfect because Mercury rules Virgo. So this should give you, you know, that technique that you need in your third house to be golly, what's the word? To be more careful with your words. You want to, well, Mercury is giving you that added protection around your communication space. And because this is in your third house, I mean, it really gives you some certainty. You get to, you feel comfortable in your skin communicating what it is that you need to share with those people in that third house space. Okay? So we have on the 17th, we have that full moon in Pisces, letting go of things that no longer serve us, letting go of those limitations that we placed on ourselves. And we also have a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces as well. And this is in your ninth house. Okay, and your ninth house of faith. So there are things that are going to be happening here in your ninth house that is going to change the way you feel about your faith, your religion, your philosophy, and even who you are. This is what this eclipse is doing, and it's also have this north node energy around it as well. And because of that, this north node is giving us newness. You know, this is what we should be striving for. So with that, the direction that you'll be pointed in is for your highest good. Okay? Even though, you know, it may be, you know, hard for you to digest, you know, what you thinking now as opposed to what you used to think, you have to just go with it. Okay? Otherwise you'll close yourself off, and you know, the experience of moving forward will be slower than ever for you. So Cancer rising, just know that your ninth house is being lit up, and that's where this lunar eclipse and the full moon is happening. Okay, so it's time to release and, you know, look up, look up, look ahead. All right, so we have on the 22nd, we have Libra, the sun in Libra is entering the fourth house. Okay, so this is good connection. You know, this is where Libra want to make sure everybody is okay. You know, Libra wants to keep the peace. So being at peace here in your fourth house, discussing your relationships that you've had with your family is showing up as well. So Venus on that same day enters Scorpio in your fifth house, which is a fun house of play. Venus loves to play, okay? And Scorpio, he loves to play too, and he loves to have sex. So there could be sex on your mind, playfulness. On the 22nd, there could be an opportunity to have some steamy stuff going on. All right, and on September 26th, Mercury moves into Libra in your fourth house as well. So yeah, there's lots of communication here. People can talk themselves into, you know, a new love experience. That sounds fine, you know, it's not hurting anyone. So enjoy, Cancer rising. This is a good way to end the month, okay? So until next time, bye for now. Hello to my beautiful Leos out there. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. I'm sorry I'm looking this way and that way. I'm trying to see if my record light is on. I think it is. So, Leo, thank you so much for being a part of the channel. I am Sharon, your friendly astrologer with Astro Shero. However, I'm using my tarot platform to introduce you to my astrology horoscopes. And at some point, I will separate the two. But for now, just kind of going with the flow right now because I have to do all of this myself. But anyway, it's okay. I'm just doing my best. And I just want to say thank you again for being a part of the channel. And I hope that what's to come is coming for you for the better. Okay? So we have lots of things going on in the cosmos right now, starting the 1st of September. So let's get with it. All right. So Leo rising, we have on the 1st of September, we have Uranus turning retrograde in Taurus, and this is in your 10th house of career, okay? Your work life, titles, and profession. So if there are any issues with your work experiences, if you're having problems on the job, this is a good time to address them instead of not facing them. It's time to stand up and address them, you know, because it probably will turn out for the better when you stand up for yourself, okay? And we have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn at 29 degrees, okay? And this is happening on the same day, September the 1st. And this is happening in your 6th house of health and well-being, your work routines, illness, pets, and routine until November the 19th, okay? And it will be in Capricorn until November 19th. After that, it'll move back into Aquarius, and it'll stay in Aquarius until 2043. I think that's 20 years, something to that effect. All right, so with Pluto in your 6th house, okay, and I'm just going to say, you know, the 6th house and the 10th house, they relate because the 6th house is about your work as well. So stand up for what it is that you need to address in your workplace because it's definitely going to be affecting you in your 10th house and your 6th house. And we have Pluto there in Capricorn having us being at the 29th degree. This is like the struggle, you know, whatever issues you're having at work, you know, it's a struggle, but you're trying to resolve it with, this is in your 6th house, you're trying to resolve it with your routines or you know, what you're creating in your workplace or your habits. You're trying to have your well-being, but you know, it's hard because I know how it is when it's when you're dealing with issues in the workplace. Sometimes we're not as confident as we can be because of those authority figures. And that's where Capricorn is. It's coming back into your 6th house to show you the authority, you know, those clamps that people in power or in authority can have on, you know, people their subordinates. So that's kind of a tough issue that you're having now, but it's going to be the 2 months when Capricorn will move back into Aquarius. And because it's at 29 degrees, this is an ending. So whatever is happening right now is, once it leaves Capricorn, it's never going to happen to you again, because we're moving into Aquarius and things are going to happen fairly quickly, fast. So you won't have to be dealing with that type of energy going forward. So just know that these things are coming to an end, and it's with the Capricorn energy, it requires work. So, you have to stand up for yourself, do what you think is right, and act on that, okay? So on the 2nd, there's a new moon in Virgo, and this new moon is in your 2nd house. And Virgo is opposing your Pisces, which is going to be in your 8th house, I'm sure of it. Yeah. So with this new moon in your 2nd house of money, your self-worth, values, and possessions, this is an earth energy too. So with Virgo in your 2nd house, it's really it's protecting how you spend, okay? And it's also kind of keeping guard on your checks and balances, making sure that you are not overspending, overdoing your money. You are taking care of things that is of value to you as well. And Virgo is, that organizer, keeping things in alignment. Virgo tend to put things in boxes so that, she can handle things methodically, one thing at a time. So this is covering you, this new moon. So set your intentions on creating more money in your 2nd house. You can do that. Create more money. Find different ways to have more. Okay. And also, your self-worth. You are worthy, and that you should know. So hopefully, Virgo, this new moon is giving you that breath of fresh air and knowledge about who you are. You are worthy. You have value. You do. We all do have value. We just have to recognize it. So once we recognize that we have value and we are worthy, then yeah, we can have more, okay? Because you deserve it. All right. So on the 4th, we have Mars enters Cancer in your 1st house. Okay, so Mars in your 1st house is action oriented, okay? It doesn't really look at its appearance like Venus would, okay? So this is a time for you to, take a look at how you present yourself to the world, and, how you come across to other people. It's that personality thing that you want to, take note of. And we already know your dominant traits are about acting first and thinking later. And you want to be careful, with knives, because Mars is about cutting through things, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So just be careful, with sharp objects. September the 9th, Mercury moves into Virgo in your second house as well. So we have Mercury there, communicating clearly with Virgo in your second house, handling and managing your money. So you're getting, the dialogue that you are getting from other people in regards to who you are, what you value, what you possess, what you own is getting clarity, okay? You are giving off clarity with your communication space to others when they come to you about, what you have and the things that you want. You can get your point across there. Okay, and on the 17th, we have the full moon is about releasing. It's in the sign of Pisces and letting go of those old limitations. And we also have a partial lunar eclipse, and this is in your 8th house of death, taxes, inheritance, and shared finances. So this full moon is offering us, that time that we need to release. But with this lunar eclipse, we also have the North Node, which is something being given. So something is being given here in this house, this 8th house. It could be a struggle that you've had with someone about money, and that's going to come back to you. Maybe it was taken away and now things are changing and it's coming back. So this is something that could show up for you in this 8th house. It also covers inheritance and taxes, banking, So there's some government, entities involved with this financial gain, strain, whichever way it's going, okay? But it's going up, so it should be a gain, all right? So then we have on the 22nd, we have the sun entering Libra in your 3rd house. Communication, self-expression, siblings, short trips. So you shine there. Your communication is acknowledged. We also have Venus entering Scorpio in your 4th house on that same day. And this is the house of home, family. Yeah, well, okay. So if there is Venus is there to show love. Venus loves to have family over. So there's lots of activity happening with Venus and food and fun. And just entertainment. Venus loves to entertain. So September 26th, Mercury moves into Libra in your third house. Is Mercury moving into Libra, or is Mercury moving in? Yeah, it is moving into Libra in your third house of communication, which is a great way to end the month with communication happening. Mercury is there in the third house. Libra is there, loving all of the communication, family and friends energy there. So, Leo rising. If you want to know more information, you can look to your sun sign, well, your rising sign first, because it gives the overall picture. Your sun sign will tell you more about your career, and your moon will tell you about your emotions, okay? Your emotional state of being. All right, so Leo rising. Until next time, bye for now. Hello, my beautiful Virgo friends. This is Sharon, your friendly astrologer from Astro Cheryl. Now, I'm using my Magnificent Flow platform because I'm just starting out doing the horoscopes for the 12 signs, and I haven't gotten around to creating a second YouTube platform as yet, but I'll get around to it. And for now, I'm just going to, keep these two together until I can make the change. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I thank you as well for being a participant. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Okay? So we have powerful, powerful planets happening this particular month, starting on the 1st of September. We have the big planet Uranus turning retrograde on the 1st of September. And it's turning retrograde in your 9th house of faith, philosophy, foreign communication, long distance or special travel, higher learning, teaching, and publishing. Okay? So here is where all kinds of things can happen for you, meeting new people. For one thing, you could meet a guru or someone who, helps, changes your life, because your faith and your religion are being questioned now with Uranus turning retrograde for 6 months in your 9th house. However, you'll be meeting people who are outside your friend circle. So this will be something new happening for you with this retrograde. And hopefully your experience will be, enlightening and positive for you to think about, okay? Because change is coming, and Uranus only, that's what Uranus is change. Wherever he is in our chart, that's where we are going to be changing. So it's in your 9th house, and higher learning, if you haven't gotten there to get, your master's or, whatever other education that you are looking at, this may be one of those times where you're getting started, or if you already have it, you might become a teacher, or you might be teaching, or you could be publishing, a book. So, things are open in this ninth house area for you to explore. Okay? So then on the same day, we have Pluto retrograding back into the sign of Capricorn in your fifth house. Okay? So with this at 29 degrees, this is the last time that we'll ever see Pluto in Capricorn again in our lifetime, because it takes 243 years to go around, but it'll stay in Capricorn until November the 19th, where it'll then move back into Aquarius, and it'll stay in Aquarius for 20 years going forward. Okay? So with this in your fifth house, Pluto, this is the house of children, creativity, playfulness, fun, risk-taking, sex, fertility. All right, so risk-taking is not something that Capricorn wants to do. However, there are things that Capricorn would like to have happen in Pluto, and just know that Pluto blows things up and then creates something better from that. It's like the phoenix coming out of the ashes, that rebirth thing. So that's what Pluto is about in your fifth house. So, there might be a push for children if you don't have them. There could be a creative project that you want to bring forth, but you haven't pushed yourself enough to do so. And it's hard for you to have fun because Capricorn is such a serious energy, it's very earthy, and it's just not good at having fun in the fifth house. Because the fifth house is ruled by Leo, the sun, and so Capricorn is sitting up in here, what should I do? Tell me what to do, because that's what Capricorn does. It follows the rules, all right? Okay, so yes, there could be a creative project that you could be working on, and with that hard work, you could possibly come out, after this retrograde, rewarded with something better, So I don't know what that creative project is, if it's, has to do with having children or meeting somebody new, or, working on something on the job that is creative for you. However that turns out, it's going to, be a gift. So, because that's going to be the ending of Capricorn. When it's ending something, you don't have to worry about doing that again, because that's what Capricorn does. We have to do it over and over again until we don't. And that's with Pluto and Capricorn. So now that we're at the end at 29 degrees and in November, that'll be done. So we'll get to step into something new, and that's the gift. Whatever it brings, from what you were doing, the hard work, then you'll get the reward. So yay is something fifth house, you know. Love, romance, could be something like that. Virgo rising. Okay, so we have on the 2nd, we have the new moon is in Virgo, and this is in your first house, okay? And then your first house is covering your personality, yourself, your appearance, your dominant traits, okay? So you like to take, well, you like to make sure everything is in place. You're really conscientious about your appearance. You're conscientious about what you put into your body. You are also conscientious how you come across to other people. So yeah, this new moon in your first house is going to be lighting up all of this beautiful energy about yourself, you know, and you can set some new intentions around, you know, what you want to perfect in yourself, okay, in your personality, in your appearance, and in your dominant traits. Okay, so we have the 4th, we have Mars enter Cancer in your 11th house, and this is your friends. And Mars, you do step into a situation when it comes to friends, groups, community, wanting to be the one in charge. You want to be the one that is being heard. So you want to, you know, kind of soften your palate. And just, you know, kind of have some self-control. I mean, you can do that. And on September the 9th, we have Mercury entering Virgo in your first house. Okay, so communication with yourself and other people is, you know, is all good. We have the 17th where we have this full moon, letting go. That's the full moon. We let go of things that no longer serve us. Then we have this Pisces lunar eclipse, which is the start of eclipse season, okay? And this is happening in your 7th house. And the North Node is also working with this eclipse. And the North Node is about something new, you know, taking a different way of doing things that you have not done before, okay? So we have this newness coming into your 7th house. Maybe you might be find yourself involved in a new relationship. You could be, you know, it could be marriage, or you could be divorcing if you are married. You could be, you know, finding a business partner or changing business partners for the better, okay? I say this because either way the coin is tossed, you know, divorce is for the better, okay? New relationship for the better, new partnership for the better, old partnership for the better, okay? Letting go things, you know, we have to let go of things that no longer serve us. We have to remember that and try not to hold on too tight to it, because if you don't let it go, it'll be forced from you. Okay, it'll be taken away by force. So just let it go and allow this seventh house lunar eclipse, let it flow, okay? And this will be for about 3 months. I believe 3 to 6 months, I want to say. 6 months. There you go. Okay, and on the 22nd, the sun enters Libra in your second house. And Libra is ruled by Venus. And Venus is happy in the second house. Let's see what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, Libra is about balance. So Libra is making sure that you are not putting out any more that's coming in, okay? And your self-worth, okay? And your values. She's shining the light on your values. You are, Libra is higher minded, okay? So she is aware that your self-worth matters. This is where you shine. And on that same day, Venus enters Scorpio in your third house of communication, siblings. And Venus she enjoys conversation. She enjoys expressing herself. So there's a lot of self-expression here for you, Virgo rising. And Venus is here to help you get your point across to your siblings and your friends, childhood friends that you may come in contact with. And of course we have Mercury moving into Libra. On the 26th. Okay? So this is a great way to end the reading for the month because Mercury is direct and it's communicating, with you because you're Virgo rising and Mercury rules you, so it's giving you a good a positive communication space, which is great. Okay, Virgo rising, this is your monthly reading for September 2024, and I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, bye for now. Hello to my beautiful Libra rising people out there. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow, and you are talking with, or you are looking at your friendly astrologer, Sharon, with Astro Cheryl. Okay, I am an astrologer, and I just started posting the 12 signs of the Zodiac horoscopes a couple of months ago, and I have not yet created the separate platform for my new channel stuff. So for now I'm using my tarot channel to upload the videos. So just thought you should know, what's going on here, because in my tarot videos you hardly see who I am, but with the charts, I'm visible. Okay, so this is Libra rising, and we have lots of things to look at for the month of September. We have two big hits, which is Uranus turning retrograde, three big hits, Pluto turning retrograde, and then we have the first partial lunar eclipse for eclipse season that is beginning as we speak. Okay? So let's look at Uranus. Okay, Uranus is turning retrograde on the 1st of September in your 8th house. Okay? Now there may be you may be getting money from some source. It could be taxes or an inheritance, or hey, could be the lottery. No. No, the lottery is the 5th house, so we'll stick with the 8th house. It could be inheritance or some form of shared finances, tax return. Okay, but you may get more than you expected, and instead of but, and you may get more than you expected. So you may want to put some aside, because with Uranus, things happen very quickly, and you might, spend it too fast, and be looking for more because you spent it all. So try to not, spend too fast. Take your time. Let it sit if you can. Okay? Libra rising, I hope you can do that. And you have, we have Pluto on the 1st as well, retrograding back into Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is at 29 degrees. That's where Pluto is sitting. So this is the last time that we'll ever see Pluto in Capricorn again in our lifetime. So it's at 29 degrees for 2 months until November, September, October, November, until November the 19th. After that, it'll move back into Aquarius and stay there for 20 years. Okay? So with this happening in your 4th house, there is something that you've been working on. And it could be, family relationship, it could be remodeling your house, or finding a new place to live. And I don't want to keep saying but it has something to do with your home, okay, where you live. You might be moving to somewhere else that could be more stable for you at this time. But this is what's happening. And after, once Pluto moves back into Aquarius, that's where whatever problems that we experience, especially with you, Libra rising in the 4th house, will be settled. Okay, so after that, maybe you'll be in a good financial position to own a home, something that's permanent for you. and you don't have to feel like you have to move around. So that's a plus with Pluto moving out of Capricorn, because Capricorn is, you know, a heavy earth energy, and it's about rules, you know, and it's about the government, and it's about how people you work for, how they handle their subordinates, authority figures, even your father, that type of energy as well. So, as I'm saying, is that once Pluto enters back into Aquarius, the house problems will be gone. You don't have to worry about that anymore, because it's done. Okay, so on the 2nd, there's a new moon in Virgo in your 12th house of retreat, escape, and letting go, and institutions. Okay. Now, you may feel like you are being, with this new moon, I mean, it should be, well, it is, setting new goals. However, with this new moon, it's like you're boxed in, because it's in Virgo, and Virgo likes boxes, okay? And also with this new moon, you are dreaming, you know, having dreams of maybe some past life information that you experienced, but there is something about institutions. Maybe you were institutionalized in a past life, and you're working on that unconsciously so that you can let that let the pain go, okay? Because you can't do anything about it, you know, so letting go is the only way to relieve yourself of any pain and any mental anxiety. So try to get your rest, because this is a place where, you know, when energy is in your 12th house, you need to rest, okay? Because it's so much unconscious energy that needs to be reflected on, I'm gonna say. That it takes a lot out of a person. So just know that this new moon, you know, you can still set your intentions on, you know, being active, you know, and finding your true self. Because, you know, in the 12th house, who knows who we were? You know, we have past lives, you know, a lot of them show up, you know, in our body, that, you know, we wonder why we're feeling this way, why we're feeling that way. So yeah, you need to rest from this as well. Okay, and on the 4th, Mars enters Cancer in your 10th house. All right. Working, public life, titles and profession. Now, Mars, you could be very pushy in your 10th house. You could be short-tempered. So you have to be careful about how you come across to others, okay? Because this is your public life. People are watching. So just be aware that you need to, you know, tame that Martian energy. Okay, September 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 12th house. Now, Mercury is going to be a little bit, it's not too talkative here. Just so you know, this is a house of retreat, escape, and letting go. But maybe Mercury can help your mental status calm down. Or it could help you mentally release that which no longer serves you as well, or open you up to it, so when you get to the full moon, you can just let that energy go. Because on the 17th, there is that full moon where you letting go, and then you have that Pisces lunar eclipse, and Pisces is connected with the 12th house as well. So it is a time to release. In your 6th house of health and well-being, we have the North Node also connected with this partial lunar eclipse. So whatever change that is made is for the better. Something positive is going to come out of it. So check your health. You might, in the 12th house, you might find that there is an illness that you might become aware of. And here in the 6th house, you can, with this full moon releasing, you have a way to heal yourself, okay? So on the 22nd, the sun enters Libra in your 1st house of personality, self-worth, yourself, appearance, and dominant traits. Okay, fairness here, Libra, that's what you're all about, is relationships and fairness. So here in your 1st house, you are, confident. You have that personality. So you're looking your best, and you're being your best. And on the same day, Venus enters Scorpio in your 2nd house. So Venus is the house of, the 2nd house is the house of money and work, values and possessions. And originally it's ruled by Venus. So just be careful with your 2nd house, because Venus have a tendency to overdo, and you don't want to overdo too much right now. You want to, make sure that you have money, and you want to feel good about yourself. So, when you have money, you're feeling better because you can do more things or experience other things. So just keep that in mind. And we close this month out with Mercury entering Libra in the 1st house. And with that, you know, it's all about beauty. Libra loves to beautify. However, Libra, you love to eat, so you might, you know, you can easily put on some pounds, just so you know. But you're definitely looking at yourself, you know, how you present yourself, and you know, you're just loving you know, because you are Venus. That's all I can say. Venus in the first house, or Libra moving in the first house with Mercury, is a Libran energy. So just be careful and be thoughtful. And until next time, bye for now. Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. This is your monthly general reading for Scorpio rising for September. Now, this is something new I'm doing. My name is Sharon, and I'm your friendly astrologer. I am using my tarot channel right now to incorporate my astrology until I can get my second channel up and running. But for now, I'm just consolidating things until that time because I just started about 3 months ago. And, you know, I don't want to run into any problems with trying to get it up and running. I have so many things that I'm doing, and I'm handling all of this alone, which I do need some help. But okay, I don't have it. So anyway, I just want to say thank you, Scorpio rising, for being a part of the channel. I really appreciate you. And those of you who are just viewing, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It would help this channel move forward. Okay, so we have, you know, outer planets turning retrograde, which is important when that happens. We have our first lunar eclipse happening this month as well. So I'm going to get right into the reading, Scorpio rising. So just know your rising sign is going to give you the overall picture of the chart, because I'm using the whole sign houses. Your sun is going to tell you more about your career, and your moon is going to tell you about your emotional body. Okay? So, Scorpio rising, September the 1st, Uranus turns retrograde in Taurus in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, business partners, marriage, legal matters, and open enemies. Now, if you are married or you in a relationship now, this is a good time to work through some of the issues that are presented in the relationship. And this could be, you know, the one-on-one, it could be your marriage, it could even be your business partnership if you're in a partnership like that. But legal matters are also highlighted as well. All right, so this is a time for you to take the steps to try to mend whatever it is that is broken. Okay, and also on the 1st, we have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn in your 3rd house. Now, Capricorn is on its way out of the Pluto sign, and that's at 29 degrees. Okay, so Pluto is going to retrograde into Capricorn until November the 19th. And after the 19th, Pluto will move back into Aquarius and stay there until 2043, I believe. Now, this is an ending. This is an ending. So with endings, whatever we're working on, and in this case, it's your third house of communication, your self-expression, your siblings, and your neighbors, you know, friends. In this case, you're working through some communication issues. And, you know, it has to do with your self-expression, because when you come into this house, your siblings, if you have them, sometimes older, wants to, they want to control how you think and feel. And you're in a place where you want to, you know, be able to express yourself without any complications from your siblings or friends. But this is something that you've probably have had problems with most of your life, because it's in the third house, and this is about, you know, when you were younger up until now. And with this being in this house, you know, you really want to, well, you're getting to the point where you don't care how they feel about what you say and how you feel. You don't care anymore. And this is what is happening, is that we're ending this structure where Capricorn, where you had to follow the rules. You know, you had to join into the group and be a part of that. And you are kind of stepping out of that now, because when it moves into Aquarius, you don't have to deal with this family issue anymore, because you've already decided that you want to be who you are, and that's where you're headed. So when this moves into Aquarius, we won't see Capricorn again in our lifetime. So whatever was happening when Pluto was in Capricorn is no longer going to be news. It's over. Okay? So September the 2nd, we have the new moon in Virgo in your 11th house. And that's with your friends, groups, communities, social connections. So you're going to be, with this new moon, you really want to be a part of something. You know, you're trying to create more involvement with, you know, with your friends, okay? And with other groups outside of your family structure. So you're looking at, you know, getting involved with people who are more like you. All right, and on the 4th, Mars enters Cancer. Mars is moving into the 9th house. And with Mars in the 9th house, you know, Mars rules the head. It's kind of hard-headed, okay? And it doesn't want to change. It wants to ignore change and force You want to force your opinion on how you see faith, how you see religion, how you see philosophy, how you see people from different cultures. So you're going to be very opinionated, all right? But that too shall pass because, you know, Mars is moving. It doesn't stay very long in a sign to, you know, to become a big problem. All right, so on the 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 11th house. And you're going to be doing a lot of communicating with, you know, your friends and your friend groups. You know, you're getting out more and, you know, being more communal, Scorpio rising. And then on the 17th, we have the full moon where we release what no longer serves us, because we do have to make room for new things to come into our lives. And then we have the new moon is in Pisces, and then we have the partial lunar eclipse. And this is happening in your 5th house. Okay? So something new is coming into your 5th house. And that has to do with, I mean, someone could be, you know, having a baby. There could be a creative project that you're working on. And Scorpio rising, there could be, you know, a new romance happening where you're, you know, having fun, having sex. Scorpio rising. So, yeah. So we have, wow, and then Venus is moving into Scorpio. In your 1st house of self. And of course, Venus, did I have Scorpio somewhere? Venus enters Scorpio in your 1st house. Your personality. Okay, so Venus is looking, Venus is questioning the self. Am I enough? Your personality, do they like me? Your appearance, am I dressed well enough, or do I fit in? You know, because this is, you got your new group of people, well, not new group, but your friends in your 11th house. They're looking and you want to impress. And there's Venus is trying to make a good impression. Okay, and on the 26th, we have Libra enters moves to Mercury. Mercury moves into Venus. I'm sorry, I better stop. Mercury moves into Libra in the 12th house. So this is escapism. And Mercury is not so communicative. So this is a good time to unwind. It's a good time to go on a retreat, okay? Get some massages, do some self-care. somewhere where you don't have to do a whole lot of talking. Mercury, Venus, Libra. Yeah, that's a good time to do that. Okay, Scorpio rising. This is your September horoscope for 2024. And until next time, bye for now. Hello to my beautiful Sagittarians out there. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. This is your general reading for September 2024. And my name is Sharon, and this is your monthly horoscope reading. And I am with Astro.Cheryl. However, I'm using A Magnificent Flow, which is my tarot platform, because I just started doing the horoscopes about a couple months ago. So until I can get moved on to a second platform, I'm going to just combine the two for now. Okay. So Sagittarius rising, we have lots happening starting the 1st of September, which is Uranus turning retrograde. So that is happening in your 6th house of health, well-being, work routines, illness, pets, and colleagues. Okay, now Sagittarius, you're one to take on new projects, but during this time you're going to have to say no more often, because if you don't, you will you'll burn out, and you need to take care of you right now. So this is what's happening for you. If you want your well-being to be high and you want your health to be in good shape, then you have to say no to these additional projects around this time for the next 5 months. Okay? So just try to take care of yourself while you're doing the minimum stuff, instead of the extra stuff. Okay, so then we have on the 1st as well, Pluto turns retrograde back into Capricorn at the 29th degree. This is the last time that Pluto will be in Capricorn until November the 19th. Then after the 19th, it moves into Aquarius, where it stays for 20 years. So the 29th degree is about ending things, okay? So whatever we've been doing with Pluto, it's in your 2nd house. This has definitely been, money matters, having enough money, and your self-worth. So with Pluto here in your 2nd house, it is going to resolve those issues around money and your self-worth and your values, because once Pluto leaves Capricorn, then that's the end. It's over. So you won't have to worry about those issues that you're working through now. Okay, and that's a good thing. Then we have a new moon on the 2nd in the sign of Virgo in your 10th house. So this is a time with this new moon in Virgo, this is a time for you to set your intentions on, a new career or a promotion, or having a conversation with authority figures about, where do you go from here? So that's all positive information, which is great with this new moon, because you can set your intentions to, what you need in your 10th house. Okay, and then on the 4th, we have Mars moving into Cancer in your 8th house. Now, Mars, okay, now there could possibly be a death. I'm just saying, because Mars is definitely a hot energy, and it moves very quickly, could overlook something. But just be careful. A father, someone's father may be, going through a process. And see, it could be some inheritance issues that come up. And some shared finances. I mean, you could be managing, those finances for a parent, a marital partner, but something is changing, okay? Okay, we have Mercury entering Virgo on the 9th. And there is good communication there for you to meet and share your thoughts and opinions with people in authority. Okay, and we have the new moon, not the new moon, it's the full moon of the full moon in Pisces. And okay, the full moon we're releasing, right? Because in order for us to have room for new to come in, we got to let go of some old stuff, okay? So that which no longer serves us, we let go of. And we have Pisces season, I mean, not Pisces season, but we have eclipse season with the sign of Pisces starting the eclipse season. And we'll have another eclipse in Pisces in March of next year as well. But this is in your 4th house. Okay, and the North Node is also connected to this lunar eclipse as well. So the North Node is about change for the better, going in a direction we haven't gone before. So this is in your 4th house, this full moon in Pisces, letting go of something old and allowing something new to come in. So maybe you might be moving. Maybe your family is expanding. Maybe you get some positive information about your family history or your past. And the moon represents your mother. So your mother may have some information to share with you. Okay, the sun enters Libra on the 22nd in your 11th house. of friends, groups, community, social connections. So there should be, you know, fun with House of Friends. You know, Libra is, you know, she represents relationships, fairness, you know, mediating. So there should be good positive talks. And at the same, on the same day, Venus moves into Scorpio in the 12th house of retreat, escape, letting go, and institutions. Okay, so there is something, some fear that needs to be honed in on, some type of fear that has been plaguing you for a while, Sagittarius rising, that you have the opportunity for it to bubble up, you know, and it may come out in your dreams, or you may be having this reel rolling in your head for a while about a certain thing. And this could have to do with your sexuality. Okay? But, you know, letting go is the ideal thing for you to do. And then on the 26th, Libra, well, Mercury moves into the 11th house with Virgo. No, not with Virgo, with Libra. Let's see. Yeah, with Libra, right here, with the sun. Okay, so yeah, Mercury is never too far away from the sun. So it's used to being in combustion. It can handle it because that's just its natural state of being. But you know, there's no problem with communication there because it's in the 11th house with the sun, and your groups of friends, they're all like-minded, it seems, so far. And this is a great way to end the month with Mercury in forward motion and being able to allow us to communicate clearly, enjoy our communications, and just be real. So until next time, bye for now. Hello to my beautiful Capricorn risings out there. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. I am Sharon, your friendly astrologer, and thank you so much for being a part of the channel. I just recently started doing the horoscopes, and excuse me, I haven't created a separate platform from my tarot readings as yet. So I've just consolidated them until time permits. There are so many things that I'm doing, and I'm doing them all myself. So it's going to take me some time to get where I want to be. Okay, so Capricorn rising, we have Uranus retrograde, we have Pluto retrograde, we have the full moon at the start of the eclipse season, okay, in the sign of Pisces. All right, so we're going to get right into this reading here. September the 1st, Uranus turns retrograde in Taurus in your 5th house of children, creativity, playfulness, fun, risk-taking, sex, and fertility. All right, Capricorn, we know you're about your money. You got money on your mind and your mind on your money. So risk-taking here is good to take risks, but you have to know, what the maximum that you're going to get out of it before you try and play that game, okay? Because you want maximum investment. You want the maximum from your investment. So yes, just make sure you know what you're doing. But this is a good time for you to explore that opportunity in the stock market, okay? Now on the 1st, Pluto turns retrograde back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. And this is in your 1st house of self. So Pluto is in Capricorn at 29 degrees. And there's something about how you feel about yourself that has been bothering you for a long time. And it could be as far back as 208. But there's something that you're uncomfortable with. Now Pluto is at the 29th degree. So Capricorn, it will stay in Capricorn until November 19th. And at November 19th, it moves into Aquarius. So we'll never experience Pluto in Capricorn again. This will be a completion of something about you in your 1st house, okay? It could be the dominant traits that you were, brought in. You are a cardinal sign. Maybe you don't, you have not comfortable with, how you are in all of this. But in any case, it'll be done. And something better is going to come out of this because we're ending this Capricorn vibration, and we're moving into a higher, faster vibration in Aquarius. And in Aquarius, technology is going to, new technology is going to show up so rapidly that we'll just have to go with it, because everything is going to start happening so quickly once we move into, once Pluto moves into Aquarius. Because Pluto is like the, what is it? The phoenix rising from the ashes. It has the tendency to destroy the old stuff, but what comes out of it is something brand new and strong. So whatever that is, your confidence level is going to be on high when this is all over with, okay? And who you are and how you see yourself is going to be different than what you did think about yourself, okay? So we're going to move on to the 2nd. The new moon is in Virgo in your 9th house, where faith, philosophy, religion, foreign connections, learning, teaching, and publishing, okay? So you can set your new moon intentions You can set your intentions for this new moon in your 9th house. Okay? And in this 9th house, you know, you have lots of things that you can do, but you're going to find yourself, you know, questioning or the truth. You want to know the truth about your faith and how you know, how did that come about? Okay, those are the questions. And you may also want to, if you haven't had any higher education, you know, you might be looking at that. And if you have, you might be looking at teaching, you know, on some level. All right, and on the 4th, Mars moves into Cancer in your 7th house. Open enemies. Yeah, well, you might be, if you're married, you might be headed for a divorce. Excuse me. Mars, left the light on in the kitchen. Mars is pushy. Mars wants everything Mars's way. Mars wants to control, wants to be the leader, wants to have the last say. So yeah, there is something here that may have to change. So just know that can be something that shows up for you. September 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 9th house as well. So Mercury is there with Virgo, which is Virgo's ruler. So this is giving Virgo more mental capacity to communicate and to digest this higher level of information, the spiritual energy. You can connect with that, and you might have some psychic visions, you know, that show up for you. But this is definitely some spiritual energy where you are tapping into, you know, a higher level of information. Okay? September 17th, the full moon in Pisces. Letting go. Releasing what no longer serves us. Whatever that is, just let it go. All right, and then we have a partial lunar eclipse as well on the 17th. And the North Node is connected to this lunar eclipse. This is happening in your 3rd house. So releasing, you know, those old tendencies that has to do with your communication and your self-expression with your siblings, friends, and, you know, neighbors. This is something that is going to change because, again, the full moon is about endings. And with this lunar eclipse, it's bringing something new because the North Node is connected. So something new is happening, and you don't have to, you know, go there anymore. However, you had to show up in your third house, you know, around your communication, self-expression, and your siblings. Okay, so yes, something is changing. And let's see, I think the eclipse usually lasts for 6 months. So the sun is entering Libra on the 22nd in your 10th house. Well, this is a good place for it to be. You're shining. And you have Venus in your 11th house, where you have a lot of attention. So the sun enters Libra in your career, your workplace, your public life. So people see you as, you know, someone who is fair and who is not quick to judge. Someone that is who cares about who cares about the vision that's going on in the workplace. And then your friends in the 11th house, they like Venus being, they like the sensuality about Venus, and they like how you show up around your friends. And then we're ending the month with Mercury in Virgo. I apologize, Mercury in Libra, and it's moving into your 10th house with in your house of career. Okay, so Mercury is there to make sure that you have clarity of mind and that your communication is coming out with fairness, care. I want to say love, because Venus, you know, she's a loving energy. So yeah, you show love wherever you go. And Capricorn rising, if you need any more information, check your sun. Your sun sign will give you more about your career, and your moon sign will give you more about your emotional well-being. Okay? So until next time, bye for now. Hello, beautiful Aquarius risings. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. My name is Sharon, and I'm your friendly astrologer here. I just started doing the astrology horoscopes, so I am at Astro Shero. However, I haven't created a platform for my horoscopes as yet, so I'm consolidating them with my tarot readings. So, thank you so much for being a part of the channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel move forward. Now, let's see. Let me get this here right quick. Okay, so we have quite a few big changes happening here. We have Uranus turning retrograde on the 1st. We have Pluto turning retrograde on the 1st. And on the 17th, we have the first lunar eclipse of the season. All right? So we're going to get into your reading. On September the 1st, Uranus turns retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house of home, family, childhood past, friends, and family history. Now, here, Aquarius, sometimes family get in the way of who we are and they want us to be like them. However, sometimes people are born to be who they are. They don't follow the crowd. And this is one of those things, Aquarius rising, Uranus rules, was your original ruler, or was it your co-ruler? I think Saturn is the original ruler and Uranus is the co-ruler. So with that being said, you have to strike out and be the person that you are, because you march to the beat of your own drum. You don't march to everybody else's, and that makes you unique. And I'm sure you may stand out among the crowd when you're out and about. So this is something that is meant to be. So you have to keep doing what you do for yourself, okay? Because it won't help to try and be what others want you to be. So just do you. All right, so we have Pluto retrograde back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. And this is in your 12th house of retreat, escape, letting go, institutions. Okay, now with Pluto retrograde at 29 degrees, this is the last degree of Capricorn. And once Pluto moves out of that degree on November 19th, it will then go to Aquarius, where it will stay for 20 years. So whatever we are doing in Capricorn, this is the last leg of it. And if we've been doing the work all along, I think it's been since 2008 when Pluto met Capricorn. So anyway, whatever we are doing, are working on, in this case, the 12th house, something unconscious, some karma, things that are hidden, that are coming to the surface, it's going to be done. It's going to be complete after November. So whatever it is, it's going to come out up in the open, and it'll be a done deal. So whatever that is, because it's an ending, it's going to give us something more, okay? We get something out of it, because Pluto is the phoenix that rises from the ashes and becomes, you know, that strong, beautiful thing that it becomes. And that happens with us too. Okay, so with the 12th house, Capricorn being there, your father may not have been present, just saying, and you may not know who he is, and you could be working through that kind of energy in your sleeping hours. You know, you may be working on, you know, your self-awareness, your self, who you are, you know, because a lot of times when we don't know who we are, it's because we wasn't given the information about our history. So you don't know your history, and you may find all that ancestry stuff out through your dream state. And that will make you more stronger, okay? More self-confident. So just know that, Aquarius rising. And on the 2nd, we have the new moon in Virgo. And this is in your 8th house of death, shared finances. And well, here, Virgo is there, the new moon. So you could be creating something, something better. Your intentions could be to find someone new in your life, a relationship, even though that's 7th house stuff, but it spills over to the 8th, you know. So with this new moon, I mean, there's new things that you can create around finances because it's opposing the 2nd house as well. So yeah, more money, you know, alpha mate, you know, that kind of thing. So we have on September 4th, we have Mars moving into Cancer in your 7th house. Thought I did that with Virgo. Yeah, it's in your 7th house. And of course, you know, it's always trouble in paradise when Mars come in, you know, wanting to be overprotective and controlling and all of that. So beware that there are possibilities that there could be, you know, some open enemies. A lot of times, you know, open enemies could mean, you know, someone you were in a relationship with and you're no longer there. And it could mean that somebody that you rejected. So just beware of what's going on around you in your relationship space. September 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 8th house of health, well-being, work, no, on your 6th house. Mercury, yeah, wait. Mercury, the new one is in your 8th house. And Mercury moves into your 8th house. Wonder how did I get that mixed up? In your 8th house with the new moon. So Mercury is in Virgo, and with the new moon, yeah, I don't know how I managed that, but okay. Mercury is having some positive communication with your partner. And where did I put? Mercury is in the 8th house. 1. Then Mercury moves into, there we go. I apologize. I apologize. So Mercury is helping Virgo, which is its ruler, have that clarity, that communication clarity with your partner in regards to, you know, shared finances, inheritance, taxes, but it is creating more money with this new moon, is how to create more money. And then we have the full moon on the 17th. And okay, this is about releasing, right? Let go. The full moon on the 17th, release. And it's in the sign of Pisces, in your second house of money, in your second house of self-worth, in your second house of values and possessions. Okay, so release. And we have that partial lunar eclipse. This is the beginning of eclipse season in your second house of money, self-worth, values, and possessions. Now with this, having this lunar eclipse in Hello to my beautiful Pisces rising. Welcome to my channel, A Magnificent Flow. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. And for those of you who are viewing, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel move forward. Now, Pisces rising, my name is Sharon, and I am an astrologer, and I am just starting over the last couple of months to do the 12 signs of astrology, the Zodiac sign, that is. And I haven't gotten my Astro Shero platform for astrology set up yet, so I've condensed them or combined them with my tarot readings. So, just so you know, until then, you'll see me on the Magnificent Flow channel. Okay? Now, Pisces rising, we have several things going on this month. We have Uranus going retrograde. We have Pluto going retrograde. And we have the first lunar eclipse of the season happening this month as well. Okay, so let's get into it. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to say to you before we get started. But first of all, on the 1st of September, Uranus is going to be turning retrograde in your third house of siblings, neighbors, childhood friends, communication, self-expression, and early education. Okay, so with this, there are people in your, maybe your siblings, your childhood friends may want to try to persuade you to think differently about yourself, your life, whatever that is. Don't accept that. You also need to use your better judgment or listen to your gut, because you know what's best for you. And that's the road you take. You take that road that works best for you based on who you are, how you feel, and what you want. Okay? Now, September 1st, Pluto is also going retrograde back into Capricorn. Now, it's at the 29th degree, and the 29th degree is the last degree before it changes signs. So this is a big thing here. And Capricorn is in your 11th house of friends. And okay, Capricorn is moving into the 11th house for 2 months, and that'll be November 19th when Pluto moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, where it'll stay for 20 years. Okay? So this is a big deal, because whatever is happening for you in your 11th house of friends, groups, what Pluto does is it dismantle things, and then it pulls it all back together, changing it, like the phoenix rises from the ashes, that type of transformation energy. So Pluto is here in your 11th house, and it looks like it's going to be transforming your friends and your the groups that you involved yourself in, and the community of people that you involve yourself with. This is where Pluto is transforming your 11th house. Now, this has been going on since 2008. I think that's when Pluto entered into Capricorn. And now that it's at the end and you've been working through this energy of probably feeling isolated and not being comfortable with the people that you have been surrounding yourself with. Okay, so with this, Pluto is cleaning things up. So whatever it is that you've been going through is ending November 19th. And then something new happens because Pluto will move into Aquarius. And Aquarius is home in the 11th house, okay? And things are going to change for the better, because what Pluto does is, it deconstructs and then it reconstructs. So whatever you're reconstructing in your 11th house is going to be to your benefit. But it takes the work process, because that's what Capricorn is all about, to get to that end result. Okay, so doing the work, as they say, and processing that information, knowing what it is that you need to do, and work through that. By November, you should be in a better place in your house of friends and community and social connections, okay? Now on the 2nd, the new moon is in Virgo, and that's in your 7th house of relationships, okay? And also, partnerships and your enemies, legal matters as well. Okay, so we have new beginnings here. This is where in your 7th house you could be creating something new. You could be creating a business and connecting with business like-minded people who can assist you, or you could be getting into a partnership or relationship with someone. Okay, so that may come about. And on the 4th, Mars moves into Cancer in your 5th house. And this is a playful house. However, Mars is not so playful. So it's going to be a little bit awkward for Mars in the 5th house. Now, Mars can take risks, okay? He can be risky, but impulsive, and that impulsiveness may not work out very well. Let's see. Hot sex is another area where Mars may play a role in. So just, take it easy. Try not to gamble, because that's risque right now. But sex, have some if you can. There's nothing wrong with that, that red passion. Okay, September 9th, Mercury enters Virgo in your 7th house of relationships, okay, of all kinds. And Mercury rules Virgo. So we have Mercury helping you set your intentions with this new moon energy in your 7th house. So you could be, working on a new relationship or wanting a new relationship to come into your life, or setting some boundaries around the current relationship that you have. So a new partnership, you know, as I said before, a business relationship may come into being as well. But you have Mercury here investing in you. Okay? So let's see, we have the 17th, we have the full moon, release, let go of things that no longer serve you. Yes, the full moon is the time to release what no longer serves you. And it's in the sign of Pisces, okay? So Pisces, release those limitations that you put on yourself, okay? Let go of those outdated boundaries that you probably forgot you had. But Pisces, is connecting with your spiritual self. So let go of the outdated ways of communicating with your higher self. Find more ways to ground and meditate, Pisces. And then we have this lunar eclipse in your first house. Okay, so this lunar eclipse has the North Node connected to it right now. And with the Pisces, with the lunar eclipse in your first house and the full moon as well, this has to do with self-personality, appearance, and your dominant traits, okay? So yes, something new is culminating for you. It's like something new is happening. You're changing how you see yourself. And you're also looking at, how you appear to others and your personality as well. All of this is going through a metamorphosis. And this is like this lunar eclipse is like 6 months. So, after that 6 months, you probably be different than you are now. So just beware that, this energy is for our highest good, okay? So you may see something about yourself that you hadn't recognized before. Because with the full moon, things are hidden and they're coming to the surface. And you'll be able to see what's been going on behind the veil. Okay, the sun enters Libra on the 22nd, and this is in your 8th house. So you have the sun in your 8th house. This could be an opportunity where money comes into your life from an inheritance or taxes, and it may be more than you expected, Pisces. So make sure you set some boundaries around your finances, okay, or your financial health. Make sure that you create financial health with your money now, because you have Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn is helping with that structure. So just stay on course. We have Venus on that same day, the 22nd, moving into Scorpio in your 9th house of faith, philosophy, foreign connections, long distance, or special travel. Okay, You might meet someone from a foreign country or connect with new people that is outside of your friend zone. You may meet a guru to help you connect more with your higher self. If you haven't, you know, taken any courses in higher learning, you know, that's a possibility as well. Let's see. Also, Libra represents legal. You may want to go back to school and get a degree in some legal aspect of the law. I don't know, but you know, it's possible for some of you out there. All right, so then we have we have Venus. Let me see. I said Libra, right, in the eighth house. Oh, Venus moves in Scorpio in the ninth house. That's what I was talking about. So it could be some law because Venus is there. And Venus likes to travel as well. So that could be an indication of something possible. So September the 26th, Mercury enters Libra in your eighth house of death, taxes, inheritance, and shared finances. So with Mercury there, there may be some communication about shared finances, okay? With Mercury there, you can communicate clearly. There could be some tax issues, but Mercury is there to help you communicate through all of this, Pisces. Just so you know, okay. And I'm going to say that's a wrap for us for September, Pisces rising. If you want to know more about your chart, you can look at your sun. It'll tell you more about your career. You can look at your moon sign, which will tell you more about your emotional state of being. Okay? So until next time, bye for now.